A well-respected pediatric dentist makes children scream in pain. Under fire amidst claims he performs extremely painful dental procedures on children without anesthetics. Ties them down, arms and legs on so-called papoose boards, disallows parents in the treatment rooms, and he's been doing it for decades, all allegedly to satisfy his, quote, sadistic appetites. Photos show children with bruises, swollen lips, unnecessarily removed teeth. We have the video, and breaking now. That courtroom explodes as the so-called evil dentist demanding all charges be dropped. Then he pulls a no-show. What? Is he too afraid to face the angry moms in court?
Those are the screams of a 3-year-old boy in the hands of a dentist whom some parents want to strangle.
They choked me and they sat on me.
Very unnecessary that he kept all 14 teeth.
That's CrimeWatchDaily.com. Claims a well-respected pediatric dentist makes children scream in pain. He's under fire amidst claims he performs extremely painful dental procedures on children without anesthetics, ties them down, arms and legs on so-called papoose boards, disallows parents into the treatment rooms, and he's been doing it for decades, allegedly to satisfy his, quote, sadistic appetites. Photos showing little children with bruises, swollen lips, unnecessarily removed teeth, up to 7 or 8 pulled at a time. Breaking right now. The courtroom explodes as the so-called evil dentist demanding all charges against him be dropped. Then he pulls a no-show in court. What? Is he too afraid of all the angry mothers in court?
Claims she took her daughter to Schneider to have one tooth checked, but her daughter left the office with bruises, scratches, and 7 pulled teeth.
Brielle later told her mom she had been choked. She also had a goose egg on her forehead the size of a golf ball. How'd you get that bump?
She threw me on the ground.
That's from CrimeWatchDaily.com. As we go to air, the hearing has just been enforced there in that courtroom where this dentist insists that all charges against him be dropped. I want you to prepare yourself for this video. Listen. Dustin, you've got to get anymore. I can't hear it anymore. But Chris Spargo, reporter with DailyMail.com, that is exactly what I believe a jury should hear, because I have combed over these affidavits and all of these charges, and contrary to what this dentist has just claimed in a court of law in the last couple of hours, he wants all these charges thrown out. I want them enhanced. I want the district attorney there in Duval County to man up and go back to the grand jury and have these enhanced, because this isn't enough. This dentist, Chris Spargo, is only charged with fleecing the taxpayers out of $4 million. Yeah, that's bad enough. But there's no charge in here about what he did to all of these children. Now tell me, Chris Spargo, DailyMail.com, what leg does he have to stand on to ask the judge to throw out all the charges?
Now, he appeared in court today, and they are trying to say that this information is so vague and that the timeline is so indefinite that they don't even know what incidents they're talking about, and they can't properly prepare a defense.
Well, I'm looking right at it. Provided Medicaid fraud, violating all of these code statutes, and it's up to $4 million. As a matter of fact, Justin, do you have the video of where this dentist has moved to? He has moved to St. Simon's Island. It's a beachside property, and it's a stone's throw away from the Millionaires Club. the Millionaires Club, where mansions were built by Rockefeller, Getty, Pulitzer. There you go. There you go. That's where he's living, not too far from this. After what he did to those children, he needs to have a cotton 3. That's where he needs to be, behind bars, not by Millionaires Row. Okay, Chris Spargo, DailyMail.com, did you just tell me he was in court? Because I don't think he showed up in court. Was he in court, Chris?
No, he didn't. Today he did not show up at all, and it's a good thing not, because a lot of other people did. Some angry mothers did.
So I guess he's too afraid to face angry mothers like these.
What? Call police. I already got away for me. I am police. Come on now. You don't want to go to jail for that. I am police. You don't want to go to jail for that. I'm not going to go to jail for it.
Whoa, the dental hygienist is telling the mom, you don't want to go to jail for attacking him, but N.O. Anna Garcia, correspondent with Crime Watch Daily, and Michael Christian with us. Michael Christian, isn't it true that at this hour, a female defendant is emerging? The hench person to the evil dentist, she stood by and let all of this happen. Who do we know? What do we know about her?
That's right, Nancy. Her name is Latasha Bevel Hilsman. She's 39 years old. She was a dental assistant, and she has also been arrested and charged with Medicaid fraud, practicing dentistry without a license, and child abuse. And apparently the child abuse charge came from hurting a child during a tooth extraction.
Okay, Dr. Mark Schneider is with us. He is a renowned forensic dentist. Those are hard to come by. Dr. Schneider, did you hear that? Now, when we've talked about this before, I felt that you were a little bit on the fence when we talked about papoosing children, which means tying them down hand and foot during this procedure. You know, let's unleash lawyers, Robin Ficker and Troy Slayton. Troy Slayton, when you have to tie a child down on a papoose and then you get charged with child abuse, something is very wrong with that picture. Why is she charged with a child abuse? She's working for him.
Well, it looks like she's alleged to have done something bad herself. It's alleged that she was practicing dentistry without a license. But as far as tying somebody down, that may very well be, for the safety of the child. So that way they don't interfere with the procedure when there's drills and needles and things going in the mouth.
With the procedure. Okay,
absolutely.
You know what?
Absolutely. That could very well be for the safety of the child.
Did you hear that, Dr. Schneider? Did you hear that? A dental assistant to this so-called evil dentist has now been charged with child abuse. Not practicing without a license. That's not what I'm talking about. Child abuse, Dr. Schneider.
Look, Nancy, there are prescribed ways to handle these kind of situations. A well-trained staff knows how to deal with an uncontrolled or a flailing child or a special needs individual in order to restrain them or provide protective stabilization so that the medically necessary treatment can be accomplished. It's for not only the protection of the child, but also protection of the dentist and the staff.
Well, I tell you what, I hear you talking about protection of the child, but somehow that and child abuse charges now leveled against his dental assistant, that doesn't seem to jive with me. Listen to this.
You say the dentist punched you?
Yeah.
Susan Denise says Thomas was severely traumatized by being restrained in something called a papoose board. Thomas panicked, especially when Schneider sprayed water in his mouth.
He tried to drown me.
What were you scared of?
He was gonna hurt me. He punched me on the shoulder, and I didn't like it.
That from CrimeWatchDaily.com.
Those are the screams of a 3-year-old boy in the hands of a dentist whom some parents want to strangle.
They choked me and they sat on me.
Very unnecessary that he kept all 14 teeth.
Now from CrimeWatchDaily.com, for those of you just joining us, this doctor, Dr. Schneider's case has just been in court where the defense insisted that all charges against him be thrown out. Anna Garcia, correspondent, Crime Watch Daily, when you hear what these children say and then try to jive that with the fact there's no charges for child abuse in this complaint, but there are against his dental assistant, a female, why?
Nancy, the entire system, the state of Florida, has failed these children. This has been going on for decades. Those are the allegations against this dentist. And you're going to tell me now they're finally paying attention to what these mothers and these children have been screaming about for decades. We found a case, Nancy, from 20 years ago, a civil case arguing the same thing, that the doctor pulled out teeth unnecessarily, disfigured the face of a 5-year-old. So you're going to tell me that no one in the state of Florida knew what was going on when these parents tell us that they complained?
Joining me right now, Dr. William Maroney, renowned forensic pathologist, medical examiner, and toxicologist. Dr. Maroney, I am stunned every time the twins, who are now 8, as you and I have discussed, go to the dentist. I go back there. I don't even ask, can I come back? I go back there. I'm going to watch my children. I mean, what do you make of this?
Proper parental support has to be in the room. But the fact that he did this while these kids were awake and tied down is criminal. We have ways. In my practice, doctors, dentists send me 2-, 3-, and 4-year-olds that need extensive work, and I give them clearance to be put under anesthesia at a hospital. So all this work can be done when the kids are asleep. And when those kids are asleep, they don't feel any pain. The parents can be in a waiting room in recovery, and nobody's at risk. All this not tying kids down, sitting on, holding it, this is just crazy. This is child abuse. We have ways to deal with this.
You know, Dr. Maroney, could you just explain to me, I know what it is, layperson, but what does it mean to give a child or a person laughing gas? Why can't they do that? What is laughing gas?
Well, nitrous oxide goes in the brain and it allows you to relax and you're uninhibited. But the problem with nitrous oxide is it still requires that you're numb, because nitrous oxide, laughing gas, is not there to control pain. And if they were subdued with nitrous oxide but still not given anesthesia, these children suffered.
Back to Chris Spargo, reporter, DailyMail.com. So the hearing has just gone down, and the defense is arguing the claims are vague. I still say the district attorney needs to enhance the indictment. Go back, redo the information, the indictment, so to speak, and add specific claims. I mean, Chris Spargo, these claims, the statute of limitation has not run on these children. What are some of the most disturbing claims, Chris Spargo?
I mean, they're all just horrible. But this lawsuit that was filed last week, you have one child who had epilepsy, who was tied to a papoose board, completely restrained, actually fell off, hurt their head. The parent wasn't allowed back. When they got back there, they said there was blood everywhere, and they took unnecessary teeth.
You know, also Anna Garcia with Crime Watch Daily, one mom went back, found her daughter covered in blood, the room covered in blood spatter and blood smears. That's not supposed to happen at a dentist, much less a pediatric dentist. That's what happens in surgery.
Exactly, absolutely. And the other thing, you know, we've been talking about, like, why? Why did this go on for so long? Well, when that mom got back into her car with her daughter and they pulled the gauze out, that's when the daughter said to the mom, "Mommy, they were lying to you. Here's what really happened to me." So there are allegations that the dentist was threatening the parents and the children.
Are you tired of this?
I'm pissed off about it. I'll be very honest with you. I am very pissed off about it. I hope you ain't going to publish that like that.
And
no, I really am, because this is enough.
You think it's untrue? All these allegations?
No, I don't know who's after me, and I don't need another one doing it.
I was here. I spoke to you yesterday, Dr. Schneider. I just want to give you.
No, I mean I'm just getting really pissed. I'm going to get an attorney tomorrow.
Do you know who you're hiring at this point?
I do not know, but I don't want to make any more statements. No, I mean, really, look, sir.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be rude.
We understand. You've had a lot going on. We don't think you're rude.
I am. Well, you think I'm bad?
That's not what my position to think. That's what other people are saying.
Yeah, well, I'm getting sick of it. I am getting really sick of it, and I'm going to go to an attorney. I'm not going to talk with him on that. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider.